Good morning, gang. Happy Friday. So I got a question for everybody. Anybody got any idea what the probable most common cause of death will be in an SHTF event? Some may say starvation, some may say disease, some may say gunshots, whatever. I'm going to go a little broader than that. I'm going to say it's going to be two things: denial and procrastination. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a little fact here. You know, uh, just a few days past the 21st anniversary of 9/11. Do you know what the number one cause of death was? 9/11? Denial and procrastination. There were nearly 3,000 people that died that day. We all know that, right? Okay. There was 17 minutes, I think, between the first tower getting hit and the second tower getting hit? 17 minutes. Why were so many people still in the second tower? A jet plane just hit the first tower. And you didn't decide, that building could tip over this way. I'll give you this as a fact. The average person in 9/11 waited 6 minutes after the first plane hit before leaving their desk. Okay? There were a lot of people that waited 45 minutes. That would be after the second plane hit, and they still didn't leave their desk. Okay? There were people, this is all proven fact, that before they left, they shut off their computer. They grabbed their first personal belongings. They called home. Okay. Granted, 2001 cell phones weren't like what cell phones are now, but we all had them. Right? Maybe it was a little brick phone, or I don't know, was the iPhone 1 out yet? Who knows? But denial and procrastination is a killer. It'll never happen to me. Nah, not at all. I don't have to worry about it. That just happens on the south side of Chicago. That just happens in St. Louis. That just happens in the cities. That just happens, in the Bronx, whatever. Right? Okay. Those are the people that are most susceptible to getting screwed, to getting killed. Okay. It'll never happen to me. I don't have to do anything. Right? There's going to be a situation where somebody, maybe you, maybe not, you don't know, I don't know, only the man upstairs knows, okay, what your cause of death is going to be. It could be 15 minutes from now. It could be 50 years from now. You don't know, I don't know, only he knows, okay? There's going to be a situation somewhere for a lot of people where they're going to be where they don't want to be. Do you know how to react to it? Most people don't. It's funny when people say, oh, that'll never happen to me. Let me ask you this. A lot of us have gotten married in our life. Did anybody, the day you were standing there at the altar, at the JP's office, wherever you got married in Vegas, where we got married, did you ever stand there and go, yep, I'm going to get a divorce? No. Not a single person on their wedding day ever said, I'm planning on getting a divorce. Yet roughly 40%, that's an actual figure, it's not 50, okay? Roughly 40% of marriages in the United States end in divorce. But it'll never happen to me. Just saying, okay? Very possible that sometime in your life you're going to be in a situation you don't want to be in. Could it be an active shooter situation? Sure. Could it be some guy tailing you on the highway? Sure. Okay. Could it be a fight? I mean, there was a video out yesterday. I think this was down in Florida. Some some guy tried to carjack a lady and her baby in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Okay, and there was a kid working at Chick-fil-A who came running out, and pretty brave kid, grabbed this guy, put him in a headlock, and held him down until the cops arrived. Okay. We're not all going to be that lucky that somebody else is going to come save our butt. I'm certainly not planning on it, that somebody's going to come save my butt if I'm ever in trouble. So what is your plan? Do you have one if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in? And just for the sake of argument, I'm going to say you go into a store, pick one, okay, and it winds up an active shooter situation. Could be your workplace, could be school, God knows, okay? But let's say it's just a store that you go into, because that happens too, right? What is going to be your reaction? What do you want to do? What are you going to do? Give you a couple of seconds, think about that one. Say your answer. What is your primary objective? Your primary objective is to get out of there alive. Your primary objective is not to kill the attacker. It's not to save 6 people. Your primary objective is to get your ass out of there in one piece. Okay? How do you do that? This is very basic stuff, yet a lot of people don't know. Okay? And again, this goes back to some of my training, and I just want to share it with you. All right? Hopefully you know the difference between cover and concealment. Okay? Concealment is hiding behind a paper bag where nobody can see you. Cover is hiding behind something nobody can shoot through. All right? So I just want to get that clear at the beginning here. You want to make yourself the smallest target possible and a moving target. Again, I'm going to go right here to this one. When you go to the range, hopefully you do, you are shooting at stationary targets. Okay? Chances are most of us don't have ranges where they can put something on a clothesline or whatever it is and it's going back and forth and you can shoot at it, right? Even if you can, think about being at the range and you're on that stationary target and you're like, pop, pop, okay? You're sighting in, you're taking time, everything like that. Chances are the guy who's the active shooter, that's his training too. If you're taking a couple of seconds minimum to sight in on a stationary target, how long is it going to take you to sight in on a moving target? You're a lot better off moving than you are stationary. First thing. Second off, get small. For me, it's a little more difficult than it is for Mrs. P, okay? But first thing you want to do, get down, get on your knees, make yourself a moving target crawling as fast as you can, all right? I take up an entire doorway. Most people don't, but I do, all right? I'm going to get down on my knees. Don't try to get down prone, okay, laying on your belly, because you're not going to be able to move fast. I don't care how fast you low crawl. I can crawl on my hands and knees faster than you can. And unless you've got exceptional upper body strength, you're a Marine, currently a Marine, and you can just do one push-up and bounce right up on your feet. I'm betting most of us can't do that, okay? You're probably a little quicker off your hands and knees. You're now going to be 2 foot, 2.5 foot high target instead of a 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot target. That will be of great benefit. When you're moving, okay, move from place of cover to place of cover as quick as possible. Do not try to make a dash from the back of the store to the front door. We've talked many times about knowing where the exits are when you go in a store. They're all marked, okay? Look around as you walk in, go, there's one over there, there's one over there, there's one over there, there's one behind me. And so wherever you are in the store, you know where it is, okay, where the closest exit is. You're not going to try to run down the center of an aisle somewhere and get out of the store. Because if the guy's shooting at you at a 90-degree angle, okay, he doesn't have much time. But if the guy happens to be here and you're coming right at him, how long's he got to shoot? I mean, bang, 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 bang. I mean, he can just spray down there and he's got you. Okay. Find cover. Move from place of cover to place of cover. You know, if you're in a store, get behind something that's big. A post. There's a lot of posts in stores, you know, holding up the ceiling. Get behind something like that. Don't take the main aisle. Weave your way in and out. You know, make it as difficult as you can. Here's another one. Your eyes are not the only sense that you're going to use to find where that guy's. If you've got an active shooter, you're going to smell gunpowder, okay, in the cordite, in the store. If you smell it and it smells like it's coming from over there, go over there, okay? Listen, if the noise you hear is to your left, go to your right, all right? Just because the exit's to your left, if that's where the gunfire is coming from, you certainly don't want to be going toward it. But this is what I'm talking about what's going to be the number one thing that's going to kill people, all right? It's procrastination, it's denial, it'll never happen to me. Now, it's not like you can really go into the local grocery store and say, hey, can we practice an active shooter drill? They're probably going to look at you like you're weird, and they're going to have the cops there in a couple of minutes going, okay, would you like this, straitjacket? But you can walk through the store as you're doing your shopping and just go, okay, I go there. Then I go there. And you can think about all this. It's a little harder in a public place like a store than it is in your house or your place of business, because you're there every day. You know every little nook and cranny in your house, in your office, whatever it would be, how you're going to get out. Those are the things you need to do. But guys, please have something in a way of your personal security plan. Do not procrastinate. Do not, you know what, I'll worry about that later. Great, I'll worry about dying 5 minutes after I'm dead. It didn't quite work that way. And don't be in denial. You never know when this is going to happen to you. Like I said the other day, the crime that hit close to home with my friend's daughter. She didn't expect it. Do you ever expect it? You never know when it's going to happen. Don't deny that it could possibly happen to you. Again, it's like anything else. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Making a plan doesn't cost you anything. Practicing doesn't cost you anything. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of brain power. A couple of things that we all have. Have a good Friday. Pinball out.